because so, you know, if you guys care, okay, if you guys you know, support Kumu like that, I mean, I think that there are ways that you can make that happen. But I do agree with what you said. I do agree with what both of you guys said. I mean, it really, I do believe it is kind of impossible to be able to make something like that occur or create a positive community, knowing that goes around, because it definitely does come.
You're doing all right, but dead last is not what we're going for.
Beating the fuck out of these guys close to amnesia, and these particular individuals don't even want to like acknowledge the fact that they need to get better. It's more like they want to expose him rather less than acknowledge his achievements. So that's what I was saying. But I think my next question would be that do you guys think or believe that you're the only particular individuals that feel that this would be a difficult approach? Do you think people within the community would think that this is difficult too?
I don't think it's going to be difficult. I just feel like when it's going to be enforced, people are going to go out of their way to make it hard.
This is what we do, you hear? Take care of our.
I mean, it is Tekken we're talking about.
I mean, yeah, I can acknowledge the fact that it's Tekken we're talking about, so like, you know, it's obvious that it's gonna restrain. But you don't want to get him to the hospital too slow either. This already is a difficult approach. I mean, you already know how toxic Tekken is really, and it sucks because I really would like to see a difference within the Tekken community, but it's almost as if like there's more negative stuff happening in the Tekken community, which makes me feel bad, because it's like it proves my point, you know, having Akumu a part of my tournament, he's making money, he was just getting mad that he's making money, he's knocking people the fuck out. Next thing you know, somebody's keep charging, he gets 9-0, so he keeps a positive attitude about it, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
the thing, people are jealous.
Yeah, it really does come down to that. Which makes me fucking believe that, like, you know, what's the point of like even doing this Tekken tournament? But the reason why I forward my opinion towards what was it?
And this is why we gotta go
something
legit.
other than Tekken. Like, let me be specific about something else. Okay, so you guys are aware that Akumu has he has MK11. I'm assuming, right? So, okay.
I'm sure he does.
Do you guys believe that you can grow a positive community there? Do you believe that that's possible?
It's not just one. It's not just one person. It's just not one person who can make a community better, though.
I feel like the MK community is worse than the Tekken community, but I mean, with all of us, I
think
feel like we can make it
your own community, like you can bring in positive people within your own community.
I feel like we can make it
possible.
I feel like we can make it a positive one here.
I mean, unless you're willing to, this is what you were talking about, this patience aspect. If you're willing to actually, like, instead of degrade other people at the same time while they're degrading you, that's the hardest thing to do. Like, when someone says you're shit, or you're fucking spamming, or you're doing this, like, this whole zoning bullshit. Like, I played MK11 since the first day, and I'm, like, better than probably 90% of the community already. But it's like, everybody will jump guns and say you're just shit because you're zoning, or you're doing this playstyle, or you're doing that playstyle. Everybody will complain about something, but if you don't actually, like, I'll actually give the people the tools they need after our set's over. I'll tell them, hey, well, this is what you're doing wrong. But like, there's only so much you can say to that aspect, because sometimes when people just talk shit, it's just funny, you know? Like, yeah, it's like people are very clown-like, they just like to hear themselves talk. So with those, when you're dealing with those people, it's like almost impossible. It's a lost cause. Just, you know, just throw that nigga out the window. There's no point to even like try to like help him out. Like, I'm being serious.
Yeah, I get you, but it's so funny because, like...
Yeah, but Akuma, when I dealt with this guy named G above all, the dude is literally dumb as rocks. He loves to just hear himself talk no matter what. He's always right. Oh, I beat you one time? I knew you sucked. I'm like, wait, what? Like, wait a minute, like, I'm confused, you know, after, like, I 10-0 you, and all of a sudden you beat me once, you know, you're pumping yourself up. But, like, the thing is, like, it's almost literally impossible to change people's opinions, not just about you, but about the game, you know? When people are shit at the game and they don't enjoy the game, they blame the people in the community as well. Because they're better than them, because they understand everything. So, it's really difficult to like try to change something like this because I did this myself. Like I tried so hard to like do this like whole like Weapon, for an example. I don't know if you know him, he plays Tekken as well, but he has like this like prime dojo.
Hold on 1 second. Weapon under live.
Yeah. like he's I'll make him a perfect example. Like he has something called like the Prime Dojo, and like he practices with people, he helps them out and does. Yeah.
Oof.
Like he like
because I don't have a issue with the particular individual. However, you know, I respect them a lot. It's just I really wish that there were certain things that we could fix. That's all I'm gonna leave it at. But you can continue though, before anybody in the stream gets it misinterpreted, because I know most of you guys are Prime Dojo supporters too. So I don't wanna offend you. But if you do hear some real shit, there's nothing you can do personally. It's just an opinionated thing. So you can continue though. Sorry, my bad.
Like I'm making the perfect example out of him because that's where I started when I actually got better at Tekken. You know, like last week I just got 3rd place in one of my Tekken World Tour tournaments offline, and so like I'm like cool, like you know I'm finally like actually doing something good with this game. So like I'm just making like that a perfect example because like they took me under the wing to help me get better and do all the X, Y, and Z. Trained with every single person. You know, they tell me each one of them tell me something different I need to work on. So like we need to find if you really want to change things, you want to find people in your crew that aren't snakes, that aren't people who have like that have alternative intentions. You want to have people who have the same drive and the same like they want to push the same movement as you. So once you find people like that, they have the same amount of patience as you, but some of them might need to be a little harder on others to like let them know like, hey, like if you want to get better, we'll help you, but we can't tolerate like the bullshit you do. Because a lot of times people just like to hear themselves talk, and sometimes you just have to shut them up. Like people like, and it's something that's so shitty when it comes to fighting games because it's like, well, I'm not doing this right, I'm not doing that right, oh, I can't adapt. And it's like, yes you can, you just got to turn your brain on, you know. It goes for like literally, it's like for every fighting game, just turn your brain on and everything's good. And you know, and this goes outside of, you know, it goes outside of fighting games, you know. Like if you want to be a good streamer, for an example, take notes from the streamers that you look up to, or take notes from the streamers who are actually doing good, you know? They're constantly getting subs, you know, followers and all this stuff. So it's like, because it's like, it's a different aspect on every single thing, so you know what works well and what doesn't. Anybody can be good at games, but everybody has to be, but if you don't have the personality behind it, like who cares to watch you if you're good, you know? Like, you have to have something behind you, but you know that's what everybody strives for, you know, when it comes to fighting games. You know, the gaming community, everybody wants to make a living off it, but no one wants to really do it properly, you know. Just like me, for example, I'm like literally struggling with streaming. You know, obviously I feel like a newbie again, but like I've done it for so long and I have like the community, but like I don't know where they're at. So I need to do things differently. You know, I gotta fix my PC and do X, Y, and Z.
Wait, what's your Twitch channel?
It's FTR_Destler, or 2 underscores.
I'll help you because I've pretty much had 10K followers, so I'm pretty sure I can get something going on that particular term. I definitely agree with what you're saying, and I definitely think that if you do look up to certain model streamers in terms of where they lead their community in the direction of positivity and whatnot, I'm not looking sexy as fuck, and next time you compliment me like that, I'll knock you out. No, Tippy, stop, I'm joking. No, but thank you, I appreciate that. But no, but but what dude threw me off my fucking speech, man. Like I'm trying to fucking talk, and this man just threw me off my fucking speech. Anyways,
what's your Twitch channel?
Superior Saiyan, man. It's literally the same as my fucking. But if you come in, it's false advertisement. I obviously don't look sexy. I don't know why the fuck you said that. But anyways, I do agree with what you're saying, because there are a lot of other streamers that I idolize that speak in the type of tone that I speak in, and I hope all is well with you, Hansel. And this is the reason why I came across Akumo and was watching him for several months, because I respected him, not even for him getting all these primes. I just respected him at the fact that he was trying to get somewhere and surpass all these other particular individuals, and he was speaking his mind and being optimal about it, which is something I wanted to see more with other content creators. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that, dude.
No problem.
Yeah, so it was just something I want to see with other content creators. But the thing is that everybody's putting on a facade, bro. Like they want to put on the facade, and it's stupid. And I don't see that with Akumo, and that's why I welcomed Akumo to get some money. It sounds fucked up, like it really does sound fucked up. I really did welcome him to get.
No, not at all.
No,
that makes perfect sense.
No. I'm not thinking about it in my way, because obviously I don't give a shit. He won that $200 free of fucking charge. I mean, that whole tournament was free. No matter what anybody said to me, oh, Nick, it was unfair. No, I'm sorry, bro. That shit was hilarious. Y'all all were free. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Y'all really were all free. I don't know what else to tell you. I should have brought your game. Stop playing Apex Legends. I saw one of you motherfuckers on Apex Legends. There's no lab in Apex Legends. What the fuck you doing on Apex Legends for? That's your own fault. Well, anyways, they were all free. So that was free $200. If they really wanted it, they would have executed it correctly, and they would have been a little bit more hungry and distinguished that factor, but they weren't. So thank you so much for the follow. So it's really discouraging to see that you guys could definitely help make Akumo's community positive, but the sad thing is that from what you guys are telling me, you guys will probably have to go to a different game in order to establish something like that, which is it really is. Maybe you probably misinterpreted something I said, but I highly disagree. I don't know.
I disagree with that statement alone, because, for example, I came from Mortal Kombat, or I came from Tekken, then I went to Mortal Kombat to actually play competitively, then I returned back to Tekken, and then I'm back in Mortal Kombat. So I played both games. I understand, like,
I appreciate it.
Like what we like day 2, day 3 on Mortal Kombat, like live for like worldwide. It's already toxic, you know. People are already complaining. People hate the game. People hate the players. Everybody's talking shit. So it's like, literally, no matter what, like the way people operate, instead of like, you know, like telling them like maybe this isn't the way to like complain about things, is like complaining about other players. You should be more, you know, worried about your own gameplay. You know, for example, Tekken's been out for like what 2.5 years.
Well, for Americans, but it's been 4, but you know.
Well, yeah, everywhere else, you know, or at least in you know, Asia. But like the perfect example here is like people who still want to get better, or like who still complain about people who rage quit, or who complain about characters are the same people.
Yeah, I think that's pretty old, man. Like, I don't like people who expose people for rage quitting and shit like that. Like, if you plug, you plug. All right,
yeah,
fine,
it's
whatever.
like,
but
I leave it up.
But like, if you go, like, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but if you go to an extent where you have to expose, I think, to be honest, I think if you expose that person, you're just looking to get some quick clout. Like, it looks
it's
kinda,
clout. That's all it is.
yeah.
You're looking for free exposure, because it's like, oh wow, look at this guy who plugs.
It's like, dude, what if he's a nobody? You get no initial clout. It's a waste. It's a waste of the ball.
Right. It's just a little green bean, you know, like it's just a little green bean player. Who cares? He plugged because he doesn't want to play you no more. It's whatever at that point. I've been through that phase with especially Tekken, because like I never streamed for Tag 2, but like for Tekken, I was literally like when I was dealing with rage quits non-stop, I made like a whole compilation of that shit. But then it's like, wait a minute, I'm not getting any clout off this. Like, this is just exposure for them and talk for them. So like, it doesn't mean no good, you know, to be honest. So I'm like, there's no point in actually even doing it. Like, I'll say like, beware.
You only go to a critical thinking state after you do something like that. I think I always had that problem in the past too. I don't think you're alone with that, to be honest.
Yeah,
Nick,
like you
want me on the crew too, you'll get fucked up. Don't do that. I will rip your underwears off if you come into this game, bro. Stay on fucking Black Ops 4. Do not try to challenge me in no racing games. You will get clapped instant. We're not talking about Instagram. You're getting clapped immediately. So, I love you, but don't do that. Please. But, no, you can continue.
But yeah, like, it's like, you come to your thoughts when you realize, like, wait a minute, this guy is just like, you look at, like, if they have a YouTube channel as well, they're probably complaining about you or probably making a video about you or whatever, especially if you're somebody. For an example, I actually, like, received, like, so much hate, like, through, like, leaving my social medias on my, like, Twitch or, like, on my YouTube. So, like, people were, like, secretly, like, stalking my shit. So then, like, if I lose or if, like, they win or, like, if they, like, rage quit, like, I send them, like, question marks and then I'll get, like, some message where they say, like, shut up, bitch. And then they, like, take a pic. Then, like, they screenshot something from my Instagram and, like, post it on like, the messages and say, like, you're an ugly-ass bitch and you suck at tech. And I'm like, wait a minit, what? Like, who are you?
Well,
like,
aside from that conversation, aside from, like, talking about, like, building the Akumu's community in a positive fashion, was that the particular reason why you fought that Goodfellas guy? Because he,
to be honest,
was that a different ordeal?
This was the situation with that one. Like, he started talking shit, or like I was talking shit about like Goodfellas' friend, like Jeremy Weaver or something like that, and it was like this, and this is when like Akuma and I were like super good friends. I think we're still good friends, but like this is what happened when in this situation, like Jeremy Weaver was like this, just like this snake, to be honest. Like he was just like he was constantly homie hopping, never making his mind up. Like he's like, oh, someone's better than him. Okay, this guy's better than you. You know, like I'm a defend him and defend his honor and whatnot. You know, whenever he wanted to argue, Jeremy was just never good. He couldn't go like toe to toe with Akuma or I. You know, Akuma's better than me, but he couldn't even beat me. So the situation was that Jeremy liked talking shit, and he liked talking shit about me for some reason. So I made a video about him, posted on Let's Talk Tech, and I got a lot of reactions off that. People like freaking love that shit. They're like, wow, you really just like hurting this nigga. And I was like, well, that's what I wanted to do, because he thinks he can just talk shit to me. Like, I'm no bitch either. So it's like, it's gonna be the same outcome for you if you think you can, you know, try to test me. And he never wanted to play me in Tekken, so like he got his little boyfriend Goodfellas to back him up. And this guy is like probably by far the most toxic fucking person to ever deal with ever. You can beat him in Tekken, you can do whatever you want. This dude will just like, will keep talking. Will keep talking. So it's like, like I said, like he's like an example of those people who like to just hear themselves speak.
Yeah.
Even if the proof is right in front of them. You got proved wrong. I already beat you. Like, what else do you want from me? Let's put something on the line. I'm like, congratulations. I'm not even your rank, so, you know, go have fun with that. So it's like, the rank or no rank don't mean shit anyways, you know?
Yeah.
It's gonna mean to something. It's gonna mean something to somebody.
That when you were fucking him up, he wasn't putting his dick on the table, man. Because to be honest, like it seemed like that man. And the only reason why I use that particular meaning is because a lot of these people in Tekken, they're so good at talking shit, but when it comes down to fighting, it's almost as if like, I mean, you really don't see anything interesting. And I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that first to 10. You know, I don't really judge people, but it seemed like only one of you were putting your dick on the table the entire time. So like I feel that, you know, if you're gonna talk that much stuff, I believe that, you know, you should be ready. Right. That's just what I'm thinking. But it's not to talk shit about the other person. It's just saying, in my personal experience of dealing with tournaments, I feel that if you're gonna talk that much shit, you're gonna keep charge. Your dick needs to be 100% on that table at all times to show that you are capable of backing up everything that you do. You know what I'm saying? So
right, like don't talk the shit and then say like, "Oh, I wasn't trying." Like, really? Oh, you were definitely trying real hard to talk all that shit though. Like, I didn't take that. And it's weird as fuck too.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I had people meme me. To be fair, it's been 6.5 years, so I'm not surprised. But like, I had people meme me, but to put me on their Facebook profile page, I mean, I would assume if somebody was to do that to me, you would have to be dating me. Like, you would have to be gay and dating me. That's just me. Like, but I mean, because either I would have to believe that you're obsessed or you dating me. You have to be dating me. You have to be fucking me somehow. But if you're not, I think it's just out of obsession. But if you're doing it to be funny, because people think of it in a different way, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are gonna look at it like, okay, this person got a picture of another dude on his phone. Not even homophobic, it's just like, why would he do that? If he doesn't socialize, he doesn't fuck with this particular individual. Like, it's just weird. But again, you know, it's just factual. Like, people are gonna think different of that, but you know, you can continue on with that.
Yeah, so it's like the thing that like was like the craziest thing ever, that kind of just like really like spoke to like the technical community itself, was like, it's weird. It's like, it's super fucking weird to me, because I've had people who obsess over me, who stalk me, who do X, Y, and Z, but I never had people actually, you know, like impostering me, you know, like taking my actual pictures off my social media instead of, you know, like impersonating my YouTube channel, because anybody could do that. Who cares, you know? But then like say like FTR Dickstar or some stupid shit. So it's like, I've actually had some people like say some things like that. Like, for an example, like when Akuma and I, like, we were like quote unquote beefing, people would make fake accounts saying like Akuma Naraku Shinu like dick down FTR Death Star, or like raped him or some stupid shit. And I'm just like, you guys are doing some extra
Akuma
shit.
That's a whole new
that's a whole new
today,
email.
and I don't even know what to say about that, because for them to accuse Akuma for rapage time is abnormal to me.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up, I'll say that.
Yeah, that's
but
not even...
But like the thing I was saying though was like, that's like the messed up part for at least me, is like, out of all the whole Tekken community, everybody thinks this is just like a laughing joke. Everybody thinks this shit's actually funny. It was the same.
Is appalling, actually.
It's just, listen, and even the worst part about even shittier situation, I was playing on PC and I ran into Flo. I didn't even know who he was. I met him at Evo, or I saw him at Evo last year playing Tekken, but I totally forgot it was this fat guy who plays Street Fighter 5, who's also very cool. You know, it's cool to be fat. I like it. He's good at games. That's cool. But like, I ran into him in Tekken. I was playing his geese. I was mopping him up with my Noctis, but then he came back, and I beat him 4-5. But everybody's like, "Oh my god, I knew Death Star was trash." And it's like, I'm looking at the chat, I'm like, these are my own friends. I'm like, wait, what? What? Like, I hear people saying this nigga garbage. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm hearing this right now. Like, everybody's just making a laughing joke at me too, like, oh my god, this nigga shit. I'm like, what the hell? And they're like, and everybody's like, oh my god, Death Star. I'm like, this is your one time to prove that you're good, and you're not. And I'm just like, wow, like, these are quote unquote like the community like I associate with. Like, Flo's not even a part of the Tekken community. And they're like, over there, like, homie hopping him.
He said that so strong, Hansel, because of the fact that maybe he essentially likes the fact that he accepts that the particular individual who is fat himself actually enjoys being at that weight size, because he's well respected within that fighting or the FC community. So that's why he was so strong about that, because he didn't have a problem with him being fat. I mean, you don't have a problem.
I like the way you explain that. That's sick.
Yeah. So that particularly, well, it's that, and I'm not really from America, so it's like I'm not really too used to certain stuff. Although I will say this though, although I'm not from it, doesn't mean that I shit on it like Deathwish did, because the way he did it was like, I mean, you really don't have an argument, buddy. I mean, when you come to this country, you don't even have a passport. You're automatically listed as a terrorist. That's not me. That's what Americans listed you as. But hey, you know, it's all good. Hopefully you can get into second tournaments illegally, and hopefully they let you in. If not, then, you know, see you in the police station. So, I mean, there's really nothing more to say about that. You want to talk about Americans very thirstily. I believe that you have a particular problem with Americans because you feel that some Americans are better. Cough, cough, or coon. So why would you bring that into a racial matter? But going back to fat statement, I believe that if a particular individual is accepted of that particular person that's fat, doesn't necessarily mean they can't be strong about it. They're strong about it in the sense where they're accepting that particular person being fat because he's comfortable with that. So you just have to see it that way. Because I think that's a misinterpretation, but I mean, that's like me being strong about being an ass lover. I mean, I'm an ass man, so of course, like that's gonna be something of mine. So, I mean, it's personal preference, man. You just gotta respect it. You gotta respect the faith. But I'm glad that like you guys actually had like a bit of answers, because realistically speaking, the reason why Akuma even brought you guys in to answer those questions, because I feel like my questions are very important, because I think you guys are tired of what goes on in Akuma's stream. I think you guys are.
I think it's messed up. I think it's messed up more than anything. Like, that's why like I just kind of like try to like, and it's messed up for me to even say this, but like I kind of just gravitated away from like Akuma and his like and then streaming and all that stuff for a little bit. It's because I'm like honestly like just so fed up with like not just it's not him, but it's more the people
into the stream, basically.
It's like there's some bad aura. There's swear there's just like this like terrible aura that just like will and I don't know how to explain this, but I feel like
restart. Why none of us made it?
I feel like it's like something's altering like Akuma's personality, or like somewhere is like getting to him. Like it's each and every person who messes with him. Like there's only so much there's only so much like you can take when you're streaming, and people are just literally harassing you. It's not even like funny anymore. It's like borderline harassment, because at that point it's like you proved everybody wrong, you prove that you're better than people, you prove them offline, and people are still disrespecting you. You know, you've done everything everybody in your community wanted you to do. They wanted you to go offline, they wanted you to prove yourself and let everybody know that you're not just some free online player. And he did the exact same thing, and he got nothing from it. To be honest, he beat every single one of them. But now they want to fight him. Now they're tired of his shit. You guys weren't tired of him online, so what's different now? Because he's actually beating and not saying anything.
I think it goes deeper than that, but I don't really know how to explain it.
Well, it's been deeper
to the best of your abilities, because I feel that like that is something that I would like to know apart from, you know, because again, I've seen it from a third person perspective, and I patterned whatever perspective was in my head, and I think that
I just feel like every time Akuma does something positive, something negative happens. Like, I know this is a past tense, but it needs to be said.
Go ahead, you got paused.
You know, Akuma stuck his neck out and started going offline. You know, to the Tekken house, he was doing good. Pork Chop got mad, that altercation happened. You know, he's been doing good on stream. You know, people like Ranger, G Above All, stuff like that. Every time he tries to make a positive move, they're always there at his neck, and it's the same people every single time. Like yesterday wasn't the first time him and Red Ranger beat. You know what I mean? That's between them two, and you know that's not the first time him and G Above All is beefs. I mean, like, it's just that every time he tries to make a positive step, somebody from the past is right there to try to make sure it doesn't happen.
It's like a whole crabs in the bucket, you know, that shit's real.
But the thing that kind of gets to me, though, is why is it always the exact same people? It's not new people.
That's what I noticed, too.
And 9 times out of 10, it's people that are chasing clout that don't have a lot of subscribers.
Exactly. Look at their strengths. I looked at G Above All strength. I'm just like, my God, it's a ghost town here, and you got shouted out by basically Main Man, and you got nothing? Like, you're just it's like at that point, it's, you know, if someone is doing stuff like that, you know they're just a clown. Like
I think
they're a
that's
joke.
a waste of a shout out in a sense, because that shout out should have been redirected towards the Kumu for the amount of skill provided, rather less than to see somebody that
I mean,
really doesn't.
I have the skill set to keep his stream clean. I have that skill set. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like using that skill set because, you know, I've already talked about not using that skill set, which I'm not gonna say on stream, and it's not nothing bad.
Wait, I didn't know this was you, Frost. Shit. We know that. Oh, we know that skill set. So
exactly.
my bad.
You know that skill set. Like, I could use that skill set, but me, I talked to him about it, and it would be best if I didn't use that skill set, because not only does it get me in trouble, but it also causes me to have a bad temper. But I honestly feel like I think he should go to Twitch. I do. I honestly think he should go to Twitch, in my opinion.
I'll even support him on that. It's because he's doing good on that.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because I was the first person. I don't know if Rakuna's still here.
Oh yeah, I'm listening.
I offered to help this man.
See, I like that. I like that.
See,
That's the best
if you
part.
ban somebody, they gone. That's it.
Yeah, they're gone.
good, bro.
Right. Everybody can just make fake accounts and just like continue like the harassment.
You can't just keep making accounts on Twitch. That shit takes like 10 minutes a piece. Ain't nobody got time for that. And if they do, they some sorry ass people. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
they get IP banned nowadays too. Also.
And you get more benefits on Twitch, you know what I mean?
Right. Like, you know, you got the sub stuff, you know, you don't have to get paid once a month like YouTube does, because like I've been paid like 3-4 times by YouTube, and it's like all you gotta do is meet like the $100 requirement or surplus. But like,
nobody get time for that bar.
But like, I'll even say this to wrap this whole thing up. You gotta cut out those bad people. Like, you know, they see you prospering, they see you doing good, just ban them. Just don't even entertain. Like, that's what they want you to do, and that's what I learned. People, they just want you to entertain that shit. You know, even your subscribers, they won't just say ban him. A lot of the time when people harass me on stream, they just, you know, I got my mods there ready to just like, they got ban on check. They'll give them a chance. Okay, they're talking crazy, time to get banned. There's no point, you know, like. Talking crazy, you can get banned. That's fine. You don't have to be in my stream and like watch your stream, because you play to entertain people. You know, you play just to like run a solid set, or so people can watch you play. But if people don't appreciate that, especially the ones that don't appreciate, you can just let them know, like, hey, like what you're doing isn't cool. Either you tone that shit down or you get banned. And if they don't respect that and say, I want to fight you now, they can just get banned, because why even entertain that? Just ban them. I
can tell you straight up that even going towards Twitch, someone made 3 accounts to give me shit for him stream sniping. Well, to be honest, a lot of people are gonna get mad at you because you shit on them in Star Wars the same way that I do. Nobody really can compete with us anyways. They all fucking trash.
I mean, honestly, you could stay on YouTube, but I mean, us mods should just start cracking down harder, honestly.
Right, just anything that just doesn't look like them.
When I look at it, it's time for me to go to Twitch, because I think I achieved everything I wanted to on YouTube anyway. Now, I still do both. I'm just not going to stream on Twitch. I'm just going to upload my content on YouTube.
Yeah, that was just about to say. Like think about like what Mainman does. You know, he uploads his streams on YouTube, or like at least he clips them or something, and then like posts this and keep the streams on Twitch. You know, if people aren't okay with that, tough tits. It's whatever. That's the same move I did when I was playing, when I was like doing all that Fortnite shit, and everybody was like, why do you want to move to Twitch? I'm like, Twitch is better. Like, why would I stay on here?
Because like, I'm not gonna lie, the only reason why I did stream on YouTube throughout the past couple of days was to build like I wanted to at least hit like 1K subscribers, but it's gonna take some time. I mean, I have some content on the way anyways, but I think that, you know, if Frost and Debs are really wanting to make the move with you, I think that should gradually be of acceptance. And on top of that, I mean, if you want, because look, LBB, he played against you in the tournament. I'm pretty sure he'll support you too. I mean, he's been rocking with me for a very long time. You know,
he tested me. He tested me as I recently wanted to play. So he's gonna happen.
Yeah. So I mean, if you make that move, man, you got my support 100%. Because when I host people, it's, you know, it's always positive people, and it's always like 100 strong, man. So I don't really, and I don't really host people that often. I only host people within SLG. I don't really host like people. Like
What's SLG?
Sanely Gaming.
Okay.
What do you guys show them the emblem, please? Because some of you guys are subs in the channel. I mean, we have literally over 60 subs. So I don't see why you guys wouldn't have the emotes. It doesn't make any sense. Unless you rob them, then you can't really be in my stream because I don't like thieves. So, but yeah, I mean, I think making that move would be great. And to be fair, it seems like I got their point of view on it. It seems like strong point of view, and you know, I think you'd be better treated there, man. Like, I think that you'd be better treated there. You could sustain people from having that particular persona and trying to make separate accounts or that negativity. Because I'm telling you right now, once you ban somebody from Twitch, you ban. That's it. And they come back again, they're risking their IP pretty much.
Right.
They're risking their IP. So.
Like the best advice I can. Oh, I'm sorry. You can talk.
No, I was just saying he was like they're risking their IPs, and I was just like, if you only.
I mean, because their IPs are pretty much going to be banned from making any usernames at all. So it's like, because I know, because when I had LBB ban like a kid that was in our Tekken stream, like he was just talking crazy, man, talking about heavy dicks in the ass. I'm just like, well, to be honest,
heavy?
I don't know about, yeah.
Wait, heavy dicks in the ass?
I mean, I didn't really care because he was the only one taking dicks up the ass, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, let me do his thing, but I let him not do his thing over here, because, you know, like, I don't know what that was about, but I had a friend from esports scene from Rainbow Six to help me make stream pop-ups for my channel, Nick. That's what's up. And I'm also rocking my gaming logo on the profile. I definitely need to take a look at that after the streams, and I definitely need to take a look at your Rainbow Six streams. Because you seem like you've been popping as of recently, and I mean, I've always watched you even before that, but I think I'm glad that you got the recognition you needed.
Honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, I think him moving to Twitch is gonna be a good thing, because not only can I help him with that, because I'm getting ready to, you know, have my Fortnite stuff happen as well, so it would just be more publicity for him.
And I'll even give you an example with statistics. You know, you look at Tekken, not being streamed on YouTube, it's literally a ghost town. But like, you look at Tekken on, you know, on Twitch, there's still about like 500 to 1,000 people that are looking for people to watch or watching somebody already. You know, how many people you know are just like flipping through their phones and just trying to find someone to watch.
Yeah,
you know, they look at your shit, they're like, damn, he's good. You know, like, think about that. Like, it's more.
And to be fair, you don't get negative responses like you do on YouTube. They really. I noticed one thing about the Tekken community on Twitch that makes a difference. These dudes, their responses to things are they're well thought, I can say. They're well thought, and they don't just say it openly. They'll think about what they're trying to say, and they're a little bit more welcoming to you saying what you need to and your open opinion, and even as opposed to your logic. You know what I'm saying? So they're a little bit more welcoming. I noticed that YouTube, you got some finger fuckers over there. I don't know who the fuck, but like those guys are definitely. No, I'm talking about like the attracted audience, like not the people in the community. The attracted, those are some some hardcore like finger fuckers there, man. They love to finger fuck the shit out of their keyboard or whatever the fuck they're using to type, because these guys they're not well respected. They're not well respected and well thought. So I think that's something that, you know, will be of a commission to you. But again, you decide to do that. Honestly, to me, and I'm only saying this because I really want to see you make it a Kumu. I think that, you know, us even being friends and stuff like that. I would like to see you succeed, and I would like to help you. It seems like your community would love to help you, and I think we should start this tonight.
That sounds like an amazing
I feel like
idea.
that may need to be addressed. I keep getting one shot. It's pissing me off. Another thing that I feel like that is playing a big role in, and I'm not just gonna point this individual out.
Yeah, true, BB.
I'm not gonna just point this individual out.
Anybody else who's new to the stream, make sure you guys hit the follow button. I really appreciate that. On live from PlayStation.
And also, before I say this, this individual has gotten a lot better, but I feel like things, you know, like the negativity like TF sometimes brings around with all the beef and stuff like that also drags the negativity around the stream, or you know, not even I'm just saying that as an example. You know, TF hasn't done it in so long, but it has been something that has happened.
No,
you know,
there's always like talk about something bad going on.
Yeah, just or talk in general bad that's going on. Like it just
I think that's bad for
it. Not even TF.
That's bad
just
for
you know, people in the group in general, you know, or the tech community. There's always negativity being brought up. And it tends to bring a lot of negativity towards Akumu's stream.
Yeah, and I'll say this, like, Akumu, out of all the people that you have, you know, like, out of the supporters, or, like, the people who keep making trouble with, like, people, they don't just, like, people don't come at people for no reason. Well, they do, but when it comes to Tekken, you literally have to, like, do some shit talking to, like, in order to, you know, for some shit to go down. And a lot of those people that have issues, sometimes they can't fight their own battles, so they're like, oh, Kumu, like, this guy is like talking all this shit to me. Like, if it really was that much of an issue, you'd handle it yourself, you know, like, you wouldn't need to like bring someone else in the mix to create more problems, because it's like, it's just useless at that point, because it's like, so what are you for? Like, can you not handle your own problems? I think that's something that needs to happen, is people who have issues with other people.
They gotta stop running to other people to get them to fight Akuma too, because that shit, honestly, that's like mini-me going to get like Terry Crews to fight Akuma, bro. Like, you can't handle your own fucking problems by yourself. Like, that shit don't make no sense. Like, you know, that's very cringy to me. I think that actually increases more of a hostile atmosphere, because
and what needs to change from that is, you gotta, in order to like get any of this going, you gotta cut the people that are toxic loose. Like, you don't let these niggas like Red Ranger come around. You don't let any of those guys come around. You don't speak to them. You don't affiliate with people who are bad blood, you know, like, I have not seen one good thing ever with that guy, or like an example of a lot of toxic people. Have not seen one good thing with them they do with themselves. Or I'll even make Goodfellas an example, because I literally just don't like him. I have not seen one good thing come out of that dude besides make these like random podcasts that benefit himself. Like, not one good thing I have seen him do in order to like make things good in the community. I always see him do is on Let's Talk Tekken, shit talk more people, you know, bash more people because they're not good. Well, neither is he. Oh, but they don't take the game seriously. But it's like,
what bothers me that I wanted to input about that is like I noticed that Red Ranger, when something's toxic, he'll continue to feud, but then it's like, whenever, like, you know, he wants things to go positive, I approve of your library for the Evo. I appreciate that, Funk Metal. Welcome to the stream, appreciate you stopping by, man. I hope everything's good with you. But what I don't get about him is that he's like, I'm glad that the stream is turning out to be good because everybody's on the same page. And it's like, motherfucker, but you were the one that was causing this toxic fume. So what are you talking about? Like, this is very backwards, you know? So that proves more of
he gonna be looking for you later, bro, trying to beef with you. I'm telling you this right now.
But he not good. like what the fuck? Like, could we take a second to think about this? The nigga is not good.
Thank
you.
He
is not good.
I don't know anybody who actually thinks he's good.
That dude is like a sweaty dad hat, son. Nobody wants to wear him. He is not good. He's like a dad's fucking dead snap cat. Like he's not good. That's it. You can't like that's insulting because the dude cannot play against Akumu because Akumu and without irony does not play against trash. That is insulting.
Yo.
And he plays law too. That's a neck. That's a full neck right there.
They do look pretty nice, man.
Dude, guess what? I'm done. Oh my god.
Yo, man.
Caught in the neck, I'm done.
Nah, but nah, I'm not trying to go back to high school with this shit, but I'm just saying, man.
That's a neck though.
Yeah,
that's a fucking neck.
If I know that you getting bodied with law, if I know you're getting bodied with law, that's a full neck. That's not even half a neck. That's a full-fledged neck right there. Cause you can't be taking no L's. Welcome back, man. Funk Metal, were you on the stream before? I feel like I seen your name around before.
I'm streaming at the moment, guys, so...
Oh, okay. So you're labeled something differently. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably the reason why I'm on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I couldn't really tell.
Wait, I'm gonna show something.
Okay.
Look.
I appreciate that.
I'm on YouTube. I'm a bit of a downy, to be honest, but oh well.
Yeah, dude,
I mean, it takes time. It takes time.
It normally takes about 2 years, and then you start to see progress, really.
But the thing is, like, Akuma, where do you stand on everything that we said?
I mean, that's fine to me.
Yeah.
I think I would love to see that, to be honest.
Yeah, but what do you want to do?
I just want to
is this something that you want
to?
Is this something that you see yourself like actually trying to do?
Well, it sounds weird.
I feel like what's going to end up happening is if I cut off people, you know how they get. They're gonna want to come back with some issues, and that's fine. But some things have to be sacrificed for a better place. And that's one thing that have to be sacrificed. Then it is what it is.
They have to accept it.
Well, come on, here's the thing, bro. If they're real friends, they will let it go.
You know, TF is a good point. You know, he knew me for a long time. But he has to cut off, you know, some of his problems.
Because I just think to me it's bad for business to interlude for problems in that future.
But then again, what has ended up happening consistently is I make friends with a lot of people's enemies, and people, when they come to see me play, you got people who are friends with me, but you got people who are enemies with some of my friends come around, and that's when we have an issue. So it's kind of like, you know, I may try to make it work, but it's like it's not gonna work because as soon as I enter the stream, chemicals going off when they see somebody. You know, so it's just like it's like I'm working for a positive, but then I'm working for a negative because, you know, it's just weird.
Well, sorry, dude.
I'm not gonna say no names, but there is a particular person that we know of that has a problem.
Go on, you go in front. Shit, you go in front.
I wasn't gonna say his name.
Damn, but like, it still. I think it was put on the spot.
But I think that does need to be addressed. It's like he does seem to have a problem with just about everybody.
I like Nagi, but he sucks. Nagi sucks at fighting games.
You already know Nagi. The thing that I wanted to ask, though, not to interrupt anybody, but I wanted to ask is, why do I feel that like there's something I don't know about Nagi that should be established here? Like, do I feel like do I? Because I like to be self-aware of things, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really too sure about.
I mean, what do you want to know?
I mean, why do I feel that, like, you know, there are always issues that pertain with Nagi? Like, is there something that Nagi's doing that is not, you know,
so I got some hot
it's not wholesome? Like, I don't know what the terminology is in this particular statement.
the best person for that would probably be Frost.
But I don't know if he can explain because it sounds like he's throwing up. So I'm trying to give this man some time because like
because he knows I know. That's why. I
can help him with some of that. I'll give you my experience.
Okay, so I'm sure if it's funny or sad, just qualifying for the summit and crew 2. No, it's not sad at all, buddy. You're trying to compete for something that is racing oriented, but you can continue.
So I played Nagi and I found him on ranked, and actually we agreed that we'd do like some like Kazumi. What was it, like a Kazumi deathmatch, like Kazumi like Noctis or oh, it was definitely Noctis, and well, I bodied him pretty fucking bad, and blowed on me. He called me. Oh my god! Like I don't even want to say the names. They were so bad. Like this nigga called me a faggot because I beat him, and he called me a bitch. He said, "Called me a scrub ass nigga." Like that's like his favorite thing to say. Called me a scrub ass nigga. Called me a faggot. Told me I'm shit. Said my connection's absolute trash. When we all know it's Nagi. He always blames everybody else but himself. Doesn't want to say his upload because he knows it's like 2 megabytes. But it's like,
damn, I don't know how that feels. I mean, I'm sitting on 900 right now, so I don't know how the fuck that feels. That's
unacceptable.
To me.
You feel real small with that connection. But it's just the way. For an example, like I'm pretty sure Frost has helped him, Akuma's helped him. Even I helped him to help him get better. Like how to do it. And he just doesn't listen. He just goes back to the good old Akuma. That's perfectly fine. Bad habits, they don't die hard. They stick with you if you don't want to fix them. So he just has nothing but bad habits when it comes to Tekken. He makes everything an excuse but his own playstyle. Everything he does apparently is respectable. But no one in Tekken plays respectable but Korean players, and even when they find that you're disrespecting them, they gonna beat your ass for it. Same thing with online players. They don't care. Go play the way they want to play because you're not you're not forcing them to change their playstyle.
Listen.
But I'll let Frost handle the whatever else he knows, whatever else needs to be spoken of.
Because I got to that conclusion. I definitely do want to know why this man was
he likes BBWs. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
Nah, man.
I can't believe I used that against him. I used that against him once. And he was silent. I was like,
nah, man. You say like BBW, even though it's preference, and to be fair, like. Yo, you can love fat bitches. That's fine, man. But don't try to put them on a high pedestal, man. Cause then
don't you body shame them?
Body shame?
Hell no, man. I'm good.
I just big boned. Be nice, Frost.
Nah,
all right, Frost. Frost has the floor now.
I do wanna hear it though. I mean. I'm not trying to force, but I really do want to kind of understand.
No. I mean, like, I feel like I owe Akuma to tell him the truth. I feel like I owe Akuma to tell him the truth, and I feel like it's kind of been in the dark for a long time because every time I've got pissed off at Nagi, I've brought it up.
And I wondered what you was talking about.
All right, so Nagi, just know you my homie, bro. But I gotta say it, dog. Well, you know that time where Nagi got pissed off about how you demoted him and you was playing Katarina, not Katarina. What's her name? Kazumi.
Kazumi?
His character.
Let me tell you something. Wait. If you about to tell me,
I think sadly not feeling like listening to internet drums. That's up to you. I mean, again, I I don't think it's internet drama. I think it's touching on a couple of subjects. I think it was
I'm pretty sure Akuma already knows what I'm finna say, so I don't even really say.
It's misinterpreted because a lot of people think that it is pertains to internet drama, but it's actually that we're talking about what we can do to kind of benefit to making a chill environment rather less than just targeting people talking about why somebody. I only wanted to know why this was occurring, so that way this stuff can be prevented in the future. Is why I put it that way. So, but you know, you can choose to do what you want. But I appreciate the follow on. And, you know, I hope that you find something of that nature. So, but you can continue, my bad.
If you about to tell me what I think you're about to say, then I cut him off.
It is exactly what you think I'm gonna say.
So what is it?
Honestly, I felt like, you know, Nagi knew what I was involved in at the time, and he knew where my path was at the time, you know, when I was still caught up in that bullshit that you helped me get out of. And I did. I gave him info back. I did.
Okay.
I felt bad for him. I mean, I know that I should have told you, but I just, I felt like y'all were good friends, and I didn't want to rat him out because I felt like maybe, you know, I didn't know how close you two were, because y'all seem kind of close, and I didn't want to
think you're ratting him out because he's not in my stream. That's one.
No, I feel like now that I'm clean of all that shit that I used to do, I feel like, you know, since Akumu stuck his neck out and he risked his reputation to pull me out of that, even though I've still fucked up here and there, I still owe him that, you know, to tell him the truth about that. Because, you know, then I thought it was cool, because, you know, I was like, oh shit, you know, I didn't think it was a big deal, but now that I'm away from it, and I see how stupid it was and how hard I've had to work to get away from that, it's dumb. You know what I mean?
I'm a little bit out of the loop with this, what I've done.
Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I ain't got nothing to hide anymore. So a lot of people know that I used to be a booster. I mean, you know, I got to Ryujin, and then I met Riot, which we all know the story about that. I thought he was legit, and he was like, "Yo, it's like, you want Tekken God Prime?" So I was like, "Okay." I didn't really think anything of it. And then that shit happened, and then he got mad at me because I called him out on the shit once I figured it out. And then he posted this video about him walking forward when I was Ryujin or whatever, and Akumu took me away from that situation because he knew how Riot was, and he's been helping me try to change my reputation, and I finally have. But it's just, you know, I've cut off a lot of people. Like I barely even talk to Red Ranger anymore. Like I have his back. You know, I've known him for a while, so it would just be unhuman for me not to, you know, watch out for him. But I barely talk to anybody. I don't even talk to King Hollow anymore. Now that was like one of my best friends because he's still involved with Riot. But
we're gonna play some drift events, by the way, guys.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now I know what you're talking about, but I knew of all that already. But yeah, I totally remember that. I totally now remember that Nagi was doing all that too.
I mean, I never thought Nagi would. Well, you know, the more you know.
Well, I would say this. It all comes with. And let's be fair, Kumi, like both you and I knew this, but like you were chasing everybody for their rank, and obviously everybody's, you know, running in their little hiding in their turtle turtle shells. Everybody's running and hiding.
I had a plea of sympathy for him, because, you know, it's like he was so just demolished that you were picking up his character and doing better with her than you were. And then not only that, but you demoted him like 3 times in the process. And like, I was in a party, and I honestly just got so fucking tired of him saying, "Oh my god, dude, he fucking pisses me off. He's doing that bullshit on purpose, being a bitch and blah blah blah." honestly just got tired of hearing it. I was like, look, just fucking take it back. I'm so goddamn tired of hearing it. Then he lost it again, and now you see where he's stuck at. I'm not sticking my neck out again. I ain't doing it. Fuck that. Nope. I gave it to him that one time.
There was a jealousy issue.
It had to have been a jealousy issue. I don't know what it. I don't know.
I'll tell you
not a
what
day
it is.
or a time in a party where it doesn't come up. It always comes up somehow. That shit really pisses him off that you got Tekken got flying with Kazuma. I don't know if it pisses him off or if it just really just hurts his soul.
But that would just really prove my point about people not taking it into consideration to accept the accomplishments of an individual that is talented.
I mean, you picked up Katarina and you're doing better than me, but you don't see me out here fucking being mad and throwing fits about it.
That's kind of
it is what it is. It is what it is.
It's an obsession, because like think about this, Akuma. How many times have I played him with my own Kazuma, and I literally just beat the dog shit out of him, and it was just like there's no conversation. Like, you want to play with me with respect, I can out-respect you. So it's like, you know, he's already just like, I don't know what to do. I mean, what do you do? Like, you complain about how my Kazumi is so cheap and my connection is
and like I've been telling Nagi, like every time.
Very good.
But no, I just feel like, you know, every time Nagi plays Tekken, when he's winning, he's happy. When he's losing, it's like, fuck this game, y'all can have it. Like I was telling him, I think it's just honest time that he leaves Tekken. I think it is because like he just don't have it like he used to anymore. He don't. And he's just not good like he was the last time.
He was,
like I mean, I got faith in Nagi, but I feel like when Nagi and Red Ranger fight, I believe Red Ranger's gonna win. I honestly do. Like I feel like that's how bad that he has gotten. Yeah. Like I just feel like he just doesn't put the time and the effort ever since you played Kazumi. It's like, I don't know if y'all noticed it, but after that happened, he's never on Tekken anymore. He's never really online anymore. He's barely in the parties. I just feel like you killed that man's Tekken career, and he's not okay with it.
I'm kind of glad that this was executed the way it was supposed to, because to be honest with me, you know, and I say this out of respect, but I think
right, I'll see you in a bit, guys. Well, and hope you enjoyed my stream and my video, my crew too. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow afternoon about 4. And enjoy the rest of your night, guys.
Yep.
No, I'm not going yet. I'm doing a broadcast. That's right, dude. Broadcast. Stop broadcast.